new sink installed. It's all done. It looks so much better. The next thing we're gonna do is there's only one little light in here. Like you can, I don't know if you can tell, but it's dark over there. So we're gonna have one recessed light put in above the shower for the kids. And then this one, we're gonna have two high, like one above each sink. So there'll be two lights up there. It looks so much better. I don't know if you can see, like it has like the little gray running through, and it looks so much better than what was in here. Okay, I got these all, what is it called? Charged. You have to charge them first. But look how cool it is. And you can, so I got two, but this one's not on. So you just press and hold to turn it on for like 3 seconds. And I have them both set to just flash. But if you want to, you just double tap it to just, if you just want it on one color. They have green and purple and blue, and I don't know, they're really cool. And then to dispense the soap, it's just motion activated. And I have it on level 3 for soap. You can, so those little lights right there are like how much soap you want out. So I'm gonna change it to level 1 so it doesn't give quite too much soap at one time, but those are really neat. Highly recommend. I would share before, we actually have a painter coming over tomorrow morning to paint our bedroom. So this is what it looks like. We don't have like anything on the walls and stuff. We're getting there. And our master bathroom. So this is what it looks like. I'm about to get ready to take everything off the shelves and, you know, just put everything away. So that's just a before in here. And they're also going to paint our powder room and our kids' bathroom. Okay, let's have a quick book talk. I'm getting settled into bed now. I just finished Wretched by Emily McIntyre. She's the one that has 3 or 4 books. I can't remember exactly how many are in the series. They don't build on each other, but they are all based on like fictional characters. Like one is called Hooked, and it has, you know, like, I don't know who's in it because I haven't read it yet, but it's something off of like Peter Pan and, you know, Hooked. This one I just read, Wretched, had like Dorothy in it, like the Wizard of Oz. Who else was in it? My husband's coming. I'm like, really? Let me have my talk. What are you doing? It had like the main character, the guy, his sister was named Rose, you know, like Sleeping Beauty. Her name was Dorothy. There was, no. Her sister's name was Dorothy. Her name was Eveline, Evie. I don't know. So anyway, they just take like fictional characters that are already out there, and she brings them into her books and, you know, recreates them basically into, you know, these characters. So this book was, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a, I want to say 4, but then I'm like 5, maybe. The storyline was just okay. It was, I don't know. So the bad guy in the book is the girl. Actually, she's the villain, and she's like into selling drugs and murder, and she just straight up kills people. If you're going to read this book and you don't want a spoiler, fast forward or don't listen, because I'm about to spoil some shit for you, because I have to like talk about this, because I'm like, I did not like the way this book ended. I wanted the man and woman to be together because I'm a hopeless romantic, and I just really want to see love conquer all. It had a lot of, you know, X-rated stuff in it. It was very sexual. It was very like, not chop up murdery, but like people got shot and, you know, stuff like that. But here's the thing. The guy is an undercover police officer, and he goes into, you know, she's like all in this murdery, like drug dealer family, and she is actually the person who makes the drugs, okay? And he's been with her several times where she just straight up shoots people in the head, just kills them, okay? And he's a cop, but he's into her. Like, he's like, yeah, girl, okay, killing people, whatever. Ooh, hey, girl. And so she has like soft parts to her, like, you know, she reads poetry, whatever, but she's a drug dealer, a drug maker, and whatever. So at the end, of course, you know, he's undercover. course, you know, the end, the twist is she finds out. Oh my gosh, we didn't see that coming, right? And then, of course, they go their separate ways, but he's all like into her, loves her, she loves him. You know, this is what I didn't like, okay? She kills all these people. Another police officer shows up at her house and arrests her for all these things that she should be arrested for. She should. But then this guy shows up, and for no reason, all that is happening is this police officer has her handcuffed and is going to arrest her. He shows up and just kills the guy. Just straight up just shoots him. He is not assaulting her. He is not doing anything other than telling her she's under arrest. And he shows up and kills this other police officer. And I'm like, couldn't you just like bash him on the back of the head? Or wasn't there any other kind of way? Like, you're a police officer, and through this book, you know, he's struggling with himself because he is a police officer and he sees her killing these people. He sees all this going on, and he talks about how it's getting to him, you know, being undercover and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I understand that he loves her and doesn't want her to go to jail, but he just shows up and just straight up kills this other police officer. And I'm like, couldn't we have, you know what I'm saying? And then the story was just like, okay, like, I don't know. I finished it because at the time I was at a PTA conference. It was when I had downloaded, and so I would like listen to it in between like things we were doing, or if we were just, you know, had some time to relax. And I didn't want to take the time to find another book to download. So this series of books by Emily McIntyre has been blowing up on TikTok. Like, every time I get on TikTok, they're like, oh, these maybe some of the other ones are better, like Hooked. I can't remember what the other ones, all I can remember right now is Hooked and Wretched, which is the one I just finished. So maybe the other ones are better, and I just read the wrong one first. That was the only one that was available. I think that one was like the 4th one in the series, but it was the only, and it's a series, but they don't, like I said, they don't build on each other. That was the only one available to download right away, so I just started with that one. Maybe her other ones that she wrote before are better, but I don't know. Let me know what you think if you've read any of that series, or you know what I'm talking about, or you're gonna read this book. Sorry if it's this way. I mean, it's not the kind of book where you don't see this shit coming. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, okay, he's going undercover. He's gonna fall in love with her. She's gonna find out he's undercover. They're gonna break up. They're gonna get back together. You know, it's not like what's going to happen, not like Verity, like what's really going to happen. Did you read Verity by Colleen Hoover? I think I've talked about it before. That book was intense. That book was insane. I love that book so much. She was super twisted, super trigger warnings, like just research it before you read it if you're of a constitution, you know what I mean? Because it was a hard read. Like, some books I could get into it and certain things happen and I'm like, I had no idea that was going to happen. That was hard to read, but I still kind of want to know what's going to happen at the end. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, girl, I just wanted to tell you that I finished that book. And I mean, I don't know. I give it like 4 to 5 out of 10. Like, really 4 to 5 out of 10. I'm also on Goodreads. I don't know how to share my Goodreads. Like, do you want to follow me on Goodreads? Do you care? Do you know what Goodreads is? It's just like an app where you put what books you're interested in reading, books you've already read, and then you can like rate them, you can review them. I don't go and do all like type up the little reviews and stuff. I'll rate the books like 1 to 5. And then I have a whole slew of lists of books I would like to read. So I don't know how to share it. I don't know. Okay, anyway, now I finished reading that book. That was actually not long ago. So now I have to find another book. I have several books I really, 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 really want to read, but they are backed up for like months on the book thing that I use. Like, I want to read Fourth Wing. Have you read that? If not, look that up. It's supposedly banging. I want to read The Ritual, which again is supposedly on Book Talk and TikTok. It's amazing. So, that's all I wanted to say. Just wanted to give you a report on that book. I hope my book reports aren't like, I feel like I'm all over the place talking about this and talking about that, and I'm just not good at giving a report, you know, so hopefully it's not too hard to follow. And hopefully you enjoy that. I don't know, but if you're a reader like me. So, Okay, bye. Good morning, guys. Like 8:30, we've got the contractors coming today to start painting. When we had the kids' bathroom redone, they caused the vanity. There was what is it called? Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me this morning? I cannot even think. A leak. For some reason, my mind kept saying, it's a drip. I'm like, yeah, but that's not the word I'm looking for. A leak. And the guy knew and he fixed it like right away, but he didn't realize how bad it was. So when I came home, I pulled into the garage and Ryan got out first. He's like, Mom, there's water all over the floor in the garage. And I'm like, what? And so there's a pretty good stream in the garage. So when you come in from my garage, you come right into the laundry room. And there was water all over the floor of the laundry room. I had ran the washing machine, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I mean, you put the clothes in, you close the door, and you push on. It's not like I did something, but like thinking something's wrong with the washing machine. But, my husband and I looked, we couldn't see anything where it was coming from the washer, but he looked up and he was like, oh my gosh. It was coming down, like right above the laundry room is the kids' bathroom, and it was coming down from there. And we freaked out because we thought there was like an ongoing leak. And the guy was super nice and apologetic. And, he's like, yeah, I knew it was a leak, but I thought it was just leaked into the bathroom. I'm so sorry. Things happen. I mean, it really sucks. So now we're having that painted too, which wasn't on our list of things. We eventually want to have the whole house repainted, but that costs a lot of money. So we're just kind of breaking it up into sections. So we're going to have that painted too, because it did leave a spot up on the ceiling, from that water drying and all there. So they're coming to do that today. I have just got back yesterday from the PTA conference. So I'm doing all my laundry and all the kids' laundry from, me being gone 2.5 days, which is quite more than I think that it should be, but whatever. So I've folded the clothes. I washed them and dried them yesterday. I'm listening to Hex Appeal by Kate Johnson. I'm only like maybe 2 or 3 chapters in. This book is a little bit less naughty, than the other books that I've been reading. I just wanted like it's like a rom-com, I think, type of book maybe, but it's about witches and, stuff. And I don't know, I'm just getting into it, but I like it so far. It's a little bit different. So that's what I'm listening to, Hex Appeal by Kate Johnson. I'll let you guys know how I feel about it. And then I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go work out this morning. My PTA weekend, you saw how I ate, and girl, it wasn't good. And my stomach has been freaking out on me. Of course, my weight is up. Of course, I'm sure it's sodium and all that water and, just my body being like, I don't know what's happening to her. So anyway, I've been planning to start working out again, and it is time to buck up, girl, buck up and get it done. And then I'm just going to be doing like housework and, catching up on being gone for only 2 days, but the house seems like it has been really neglected. All right, y'all, we are over here at the gym. I'm trying to get my life together, so I'm going to go work out. We don't have too much going on today. We had the painting finished yesterday. Everything should be dry now, so I have to go through the house and put all the stuff back. So I have to do that. And then Nyla has a cooking class this evening at 5 that she got for her birthday. So we're going to take her to that. And while she does that, Target is like right there, so I might just run in and look at Target. I don't know yet. But first things first is workout. Okay, it is a morning. I don't know what it is. Did I show you that we got the paint finished in here? There's not a lot of light, but you guys, this black wall is everything. I have never loved a paint color so much as I love that black wall. That's Tricorn Black by Sherwin-Williams, and it is beautiful, but that's not why we're here. I'm getting ready to go to the gym 2 days in a row. What, girl, get your life together. But I finished a book last night that I have got to tell you about, girl. So it is called Rock, Paper, Scissors I'll put a picture of it up here so you can see like what the cover looks like, who the author is, and all that good stuff, because right now I can't remember the name of the author. So 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 on this book. So, you know, I've been going through my romance my romance era and my villain gets the girl era. This is nothing like that. There is absolutely no hanky-panky in it, no romance, no nothing like that. It is a mystery thriller. And it's like, I can't even tell you a lot about it because I don't want to spoil anything by accident, because you must go read this book. So basically, you know, little synopsis here. It's about a couple and their marriage is a little bit rocky. And they're having a real hard time. So the wife wins a trip, to like this little redone chapel out in the middle of nowhere, in Scotland. And so they go there. She's hoping that this will rekindle their marriage, and, you know, crazy stuff starts happening. At one point you suspect the wife is behind everything. At one point you suspect the husband is behind everything. At one point, like, is it supernatural? You don't know. You're trying to figure all that out. And it is just like surprise after surprise about who's involved, who did what, what's really going on. And the husband has this weird illness. I've never heard of it, but it's where you have a hard time distinguishing facial features. Like, your brain doesn't process those facial features. And so I keep thinking like something's going to happen and he's going to, my daughter's in here, Kill, the wife, thinking she's someone else or something like that. I don't know. My mind was all over the place and I did not guess the ending. I am really, really good at guessing the ending of books or movies. I usually work it out ahead of time and then I'm like, okay, I know she did it. She like, I did not see this coming. What happened? The writer did such a good job, like, not letting you know what's up. So you need to read this book, and I want to find other books like this. Like, I was in my romance era and I love a good romance. Like, yes. So I'm sure I will read more of those. But I mean, seriously, read this book. It was so good and it was so different from what I've been reading. A little bit like Verity by Colin Hoover. And in this book there was no gore. I liked that about it. There was no like I said about that book I read, like that Karen Slaughter book, that like it was real like hard to read, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre type. It was none of that. So it was not a gut wrenching like people are getting hacked up type of situation. There was none of that, which I like. So if you have any good recommendations like that, more like the lines of this book, I would love to have your recommendations. But I just had to, it's like 7:15 in the morning and we're having this chat right now because when I finished that book last night, I was like, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite books. I loved it so much. So let me know if you've read it and what you think. Let me know if you're going to read it, and when you read it, let me know what you thought of it, because I'm just like, yes to this book. I actually want to go and read it again, because now, you know, knowing some of the things I know, I want to revisit and see, like, you know, if there were like hints or like what I missed, you know, things like that. So I just wanted to tell you about that book. And so we're gonna go work out, and then we have PTA stuff to do. So it's like 7:30 in the morning right now. I'm going to the gym. I'm taking the kids with me. They can just bring like their little tablets and just play. Then I'm gonna come home, make my lunch, make my husband's lunch. And then I'm going over to my PTA friend's house to make hair bows for our spirit wear stuff. And then I think that's all we have today. Pretty much all we have today. Tomorrow we're going to the $1.50 movie, so that'll be fun. And I'm going to try to work out again, but the movie is at 9:30 in the morning. Yesterday I was at the gym. I think we got there around 9. Today I'm going to try to get there around 8. The kids are having their breakfast now, so I can come home and shower and everything and be over at my friend's house by 11 to get that PTA stuff done. And this is like the most busiest time of year for us. The few weeks leading up to school, like there's so much to go on. We do a Tears and Cheers breakfast. We're doing popsicles with the principal. We have new family orientation. We have meet the teacher. And there feels like something else. I think we're going to start our Wednesday walking club. So every morning on the Wednesday mornings, we're all going to meet and walk. It's just a way for the community to socialize, for us to, you know, meet more of, you know, our parents and stuff in the school, and, you know, a way to be healthy and walk and do those things. So we're getting that set up. Seems like there's something else. Oh, and then Grandparents Week, I think, is the first or second week of September. So we have got to get ready for that. So the first couple of weeks of school, and then we do like a school supply fundraiser. So you can buy the school supplies through the PTA. So all the school supplies will already be waiting at the school. So we have to get that order in, get it sorted, and, you know, do the things. So it's a lot the first couple of weeks of school. So, oh yeah, then we get all of our like spirit wear and stuff together and done. That's what we have to do today, finish that up. So it's a pretty busy couple of weeks, but it's fun. I enjoy it. I really enjoy being on the PTA and being in the school and having, it's a really like a different kind of relationship. Like if you've ever been on the PTA, or if you've ever thought about being on the PTA, like if you have school age kids, I highly recommend it. And you do not, I'm like a poster board for the PTA. I'm a board member, so you do not have to be a board member. You can just be a volunteer. So like board members, yeah, there's a lot more of your time. Like if you have the time, do it, like 100% do it. I've made some of my best friends through the PTA, especially if you're going into a new community like we did. But it is a total, you have such a different relationship with the school, with the principal, with the teachers, and you're there, you know what's going on. You see how, you know, the staff is. Like if you have mean people, like you can see that. If you have nice, good people, like you can be like assured of your school and what's going on in your school. And then also it's a different level of communication with your kids' teachers, because they see you in the school. Go in, introduce yourself. You know, I'm Veronica, I'm Ryan's mom, he's in your class, please let me know if there's anything I can do for you. I'm with the PTA, I'm gonna see you here a lot. And then you know what happens? They let you know, hey, Ryan was acting crazy today, just letting you know. Hey, Ryan did great on such and such today. And I get more information back from my teachers when they see me in the hall or, you know, in the school or whatever. And I love that. Last year, like me and his teacher exchanged numbers, and we would, you know, text, and I would show up to the school and help her with things. And it's just a different, you know, like you walk in, the principal knows you, he knows who your kid is. And then again, they're thankful, you know, that you're there and you're helping. And believe me, they need the help. They really do. So anyway, enough on my go join PTA spiel. I don't know how I did that. But anyway, I encourage you to help your teachers and, you know, administration if you can. Not everyone can. And that's, you know, it is what it is. But I really feel, you know, lucky to be able to do that. What else? What's going on with you? How are you? You good? Keep your chin up, girl. You got this. Oh. All right, let's go work out.